Mary Jane. Alright, I'm just going to jump into this video. As you can see by the title, this is a video about sickle cell disease. Yes, I have sickle cell disease, sickle cell anemia, whatever you want to call it. This is not to be confused with sickle cell trait. This is a full-blown disease. It's not contagious. You can't catch it. You can't sneeze on somebody and they can get it. Nope, you have to be born with it. It is hereditary. It is genetic. The way I got it, both of my parents had the trait, and lucky me, they passed down the whole disease to me. Okay, so here is a neat little chart that shows how the genes are passed from father and mother to child. I will not try to explain it to you because I don't understand it myself. I'm not very good at statistics, as you can see if you looked up my school records. But if you want to pause it and look at it, you can. It is a disease primarily found in people of African descent or Mediterranean descent, and that's probably why my sister doesn't have it, because her father is Caucasian, and even though my mother has the trait, she doesn't have the trait. She doesn't have anything at all to do with sickle cell, and I'm so glad, thank God, because I wouldn't wish this disease on my worst enemy, and you know who you are. But in all seriousness, I figured I'd make a video about it because a lot of people don't know about it. Even people in the African American community don't really know about it. They probably, I'm sure all of you know at least one person with sickle cell anemia, and you probably was wondering, well, I know they have sickle cell, but what is it? What does it really mean? So I figured I get so many questions about it, and because I have this and other things that I've had in other videos, people always ask me, what is that about, you on that stuff? And I'll always have to explain to them that I have sickle cell, and they, oh, I heard of that, but what is it? And it's kind of hard for me to explain it using my words, so I figured I'd just make a video about it and try to animate it and share it with everybody so that I get a better understanding of what sickle cell is. I was diagnosed at age 3, and yeah, I don't really remember the actual crisis. When I was 3, I can just remember a glimpse of myself being in the hospital in the, I guess it was the toy room, the kids' room, and I just remember standing next to some other kid with a toy and like, so you gonna share? And it was only a second of memory. It's the disease of the red blood cells. The red stuff that comes out your arm when you cut yourself. Some little tidbits and facts about sickle cellers. Most people with sickle cell have small frames, but extended bellies. I have a pot belly. I'm not ashamed of it because I know why it's there. It's nothing I can exercise off, whatever. I will never have the model stomach. I will never have a flat stomach, and I'm fine with that. Usually sickle cell is coupled with other illnesses, probably not at birth, but they develop over time, like problems with your hip and one leg becoming shorter than the other. I know that my aunt developed a shorter leg. I know another sickle celler who, she's only 14, and her leg is already shortening up. A lot of people with sickle cell end up having a stroke. Yes, I have had a stroke, and I'm only 30 years old. And because of all the pain medication they give you, sometimes we develop enlarged livers. Some people develop arthritis, gout, kidney stones, gallstones. Some people have to go on dialysis. Just a whole list of problems that can go along with sickle cell. Sickle cellers don't have good veins at all. They're very, 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 very tiny, smallest baby's veins. So when we have to get IVs and blood transfusions, we have to usually either get a central line, and that doesn't last but a couple of weeks. So if you're in the hospital for longer than a couple of weeks, you have to get something called a portacath. And I have had one. You can see the scar right here. Portacath is just a permanent IV port where you can stick the needle into it anytime you need to get blood or pain medicine or IV fluids or whatever. I took it out because I hadn't been sick in about 4 years, thank God, and I figured I wouldn't need it anymore. And lo and behold, I ended up getting sick again, and they couldn't find any veins, so they had to put a central line right here. With sickle cell, it's easier to get sick, like catch a cold, catch the flu, because our immune systems are very weak. Pneumonia, is easy for us to catch pneumonia again because, like I said, our immune systems are very weak. The normal lifespan of a person with sickle cell, I have heard tell, is 40. Like I said, my aunt passed away at 46. The other 3 people I know were younger than her. One I know was 37. One was, I don't know, 25. And the other one, I want to say she was either in her 30s or late 20s. There is no formal cure for sickle cell. There are a few unconventional things I've heard about. I've heard about cord blood, but that only works for newborns. And there's something about a bone marrow transplant, but I think that's only for people 16 or under. But for the most part, there's no cure. Yeah, so just be sure to watch part 2 for the awesome and cool animation of how a sickle cell crisis begins. Peace.